So this is the 15th of November, and I managed to close down the building site since I was able to finish the roofs and cover them with the pondliner. So now if it decides to rain or snow or whatever, it can do it since my walls are protected from the weather. Here in the left is the roof of one of the sleeping rooms. The second one in the back, this one in the middle, is the second sleeping room. This is the bedroom, kitchen, and this is the last one that I managed to build, and the biggest one, which is the living room. The retaining walls will keep for the winter this plastic membrane, since they have only some minor earth plaster, which is not waterproof, so it will be washed and it will suck water. So until the spring, it will stay like this. I also managed to put the windows, so there is no wind or the wind inside. And I also have a door made out of wood boards and some branch for a handle. In the middle I have a metal stove, which will do for the moment, since I don't have the time or energy or anything else to build something better for the winter. But no matter, this is good enough, since it's drying up the walls and making enough heat, at least for my taste. I also have a stove fan, which is powered by the heat of the stove. This is what will be the kitchen, and how the roof ended up being. This blue vapor barrier will be plastered, since I don't like it, but this was put so no vapors from inside the house will go through the wood board and later on to the thermal insulation. At each window I put some flowers on some boards, so it's funnier. I have a really big table, and up there I'm sleeping for the moment. Up here I have a sleeping mattress and a very cozy bed and a very nice view toward my living room. That's the door, and that's a coat hanger made out of a branch, and the table that I just showed you. And in here I have my electricity setup. The white one, this one is the solar charge controller. This little black one is where is my finger? This one is an inverter. These are the batteries, and I'm charging everything at 24 volts with car chargers. This is how it looks from the top. I lose, of course, a lot of heat through that area, but that's not such a big deal since it also takes all the moisture out, so not a problem. So since I don't want to have fire problem, I cut out a hole in the middle of this wooden lid, and I kept the chimney with a metal ring in position, so it will not be ever able to touch the wood. But no matter, since the chimney it's almost it's more than 4 meters high, and it has that heat exchanger. It loses a lot of heat, so at the top it's not that hot, so it's no danger of catching fire. Inside all the rooms I added some stones, gravel, I don't know. But this will not be the final finish or height, since it will have to raise something at least in here, something like another 20 centimeters. And that's good, since I want to add some thermal insulation from the ground. This is one of the sleeping rooms where I put one of the stoves, so I can also heat and dry this room. That weird area in the top is the contact between this roof and the roofs from the other rooms, so the water will not gather in there in the middle, so it will flow either that way or that way. This is the other sleeping room, also with a round window, and this is what it will be, the bathroom, also with a round window and with this shell roof. As you can see, it has a very small distance between the beams in here, something like 20 centimeters. And further on, you have something like 60-70 centimeters between the beams. At this point, the space between the window and the wall is not filled, since it is too cold to be able to plaster and not to freeze. So I just added the plastic that was wrapped around the windows when I received it. This is where I sleep, up there. So basically this is the house. Now I can take up some dry work, like filling with sheep wool between the window and the beam. The same thing that I did in here. I think you can see, maybe not, I don't know. No, this is not a good place. No, you cannot see it. I put sheep wool between the window and the frame. I'll also take up electrical wiring, and that's one of the conduits that is going all around and around and around, and it will reach this battery storage area. Outside of the house, nothing interesting or beautifully looking or something else. It's just the roofs covered with this pondliner, which is covering absolutely everything. The roofs of the sleeping room, the bathroom, the other sleeping room, the kitchen, and also the living room. You can see in here there is a lot of space, and since a lot of heat is it's escaping through the roof, I'll use this how they are called, these bales of straw, and cover the entire house with it. And since I don't want to catch fire like last year, I'll build a little chimney and add on top some protection against fire, so there is no issues. Let's hope this will be a beautiful winter, not very cold, not very snowy, and everything will get back to a temperature that I can start working, and next year we'll catch up with work. Until then, bye bye. Thank you for following me for this year, and if I have any more updates, I'll post it on my blog and on my YouTube channel. The links are in the video description. Bye bye from Gindar.